Good whatever time of day you are, YouTube. Zan here. Obviously clicked on my name, possibly, or the title. We're doing something different. Usually riding motorcycles, fixing them, playing with cars, that kind of cool stuff. But today we're going to play some video games. Why? Because I can. I'm going to play it anyways, so I just thought I'd bring you guys around with it. This is Space Engineers. Really cool sandbox survival game. As for survival, it is survive against oncoming enemies, other players, and basically just don't kill yourself. There's no, like other survival games, there's no hydration, thirst. Actually, those same things. Thirst, hunger, those kind of things, but there's oxygen, power, hydrogen for your thrusters, all these different things. So today I'm just going to jump into it a bit, explain what I'm going to do as we go. Hopefully the recording works well. If not, we're going to have some problems, but we're going to go to Mars and we're going to drop in. So I've enabled a bunch of mods while this is booting up that will improve our gameplay a bit, and by improve it I mean it's probably going to hurt. That's going to auto open, right? So, this is us. Welcome to Mars. We are now officially Martians. Let's go up here for a second, drive over here, do a park job. Off. Welcome to Mars. That's this planet. There's a moon of Mars. I don't know what they called it in this game. Planet or a moon over there. It's the sun. It's an alien planet. The Earth is here somewhere. That might be Earth actually, but can't really tell. Might be Triton. I don't know. What's the point? The point is to build. We have these different things we can build, and we will unlock more as we go. And create something to keep us alive on this hostile planet. This is your standard rover you start with. Those are cats fighting in the background. And I believe, there we go, I have a grinder, a drill, welder, gun, and GPS to a station. Let's see where this station is. It's probably going to be a long ways off. GPS. Station is 26 kilometers that way, which is north of where we are. So we can either waste our whole time driving there, which obviously fun, or we can build a base here and get there later. And let's find some stuff. So, yeah, my first plan is to find some iron, some other materials, and build a base. Well, there's a great start. Ice. Ice is used to produce oxygen and hydrogen. Problem is, ice won't help me build anything besides that. And I need iron. Silver. Good news about Mars is they have these little rock deposits everywhere that have different materials in them. Turn my lights on for you. What is it? AG? Or is that gold? No, gold's AU. So I think I'm going to disable this, which is third person view, because it makes it easier to play the game. And that's not what we're looking for. basically what I'm going to do is drive around until I find more materials that I like. And then I'm going to start mining and manufacturing them so we can start a base. Played this game before will notice that I've discovered Ember, which is that red dot up there. Let's see if I have these settings right. And you can see it kind of flickering on the screen there. Well, that's an enemy ship out in the distance, 4 kilometers away. They're not going to bother me too much right now. I don't really have a heat map in this game. They don't know I'm really here yet, so that's good. We're just going to keep looking for materials. And I like to set up usually where I find iron first, just because iron is a very important game, or important material starting the game off. But we'll see what we can find. There's some more materials over here. Going to be on this hill, watch. The nice stable hill to build on. Nickel, magnesium. Okay, magnesium to build bullets. Nickel, magnesium, silicon. What do we got? Just for a little extra, let's go see what this... Oh, a nickel rock. Alright. Got all these scattered GPSs. Let's turn all of them off, except for that one, because we moved the station on 2. Iron is 26 meters down from me. So you gotta mine materials like other survival games, craft them, or to be able to craft other things. So first thing we're going for is that iron, because that's a really good starter. but we're gonna get through some of this stone first to get there.
Inventory full.
She's loud. We gotta deposit it in my ship, which has a survival kit, which not only heals me, but will give me oxygen and hydrogen, and helps create other materials for me. These metal plates that I've just started. I think the reason Mars is on the normal scale for hardness in this game. And that's because I believe Mars has, well, it has atmosphere, obviously. No oxygen, but it has an atmosphere, which allows you to use atmospheric thrusters and I believe wind power, which is great because solar's only good during the daytime. We're not really making a dent in this, are we? Okay, this is like Earth. We're in the afternoon here. Okay, put a bunch of components into process so we can start moving.
Inventory full.
Get caught somewhere. Let's take out some floor.
Inventory full.
They still have a nice view. I think we're gonna do. It's just the starting ideas. I'm gonna build into the mountainside a bit. Embed part of the base. I think that'll be the coolest. Maybe.
Inventory full.
Where do I feel like building? Let's start here. Should be a good amount to start with. Let us get that set up. So we're going to have to build some way to generate power too.
Inventory full.
I'm building this in a ramp way so I don't have to use as much hydrogen to get in and out.
Inventory full.
So I know from experience, 5, 6, 7, 8, you gotta have these wind turbines above the ground pretty good. And I think that'll do it. I think. To give you the optimum amount of wind. And we need more motors, so let's move, I think it's this one, 8 motors to the top, and maybe this thing. Okay. Should be able to do one more mining run, and maybe all those will be complete. Stick. The other thing I've turned on is a mod called Quieter Tools. Now, it may not seem quiet for you guys if you've never played this game, but if you have played this game, you'll notice an extreme difference. Is this corkscrew working? It looks like it is. Okay. That you can actually slightly hear me. The normal tools are so loud. Let's see. We haven't made any. Oh, there we go. Now we're making it called motors. Once I get the iron, we'll worry about really widening this thing out. Getting it so that I can run down instead of gently walking. Which will probably be the demise of the whole hole. I'll probably drill from
Inventory full.
From like tunnel to tunnel, like, oh. Well, maybe that's what I do. Maybe I drill a hole down like the center of it. Give myself a fly out way. Either way, drilling all this stone's not a bad thing. Once I build this up, we'll have power generation. And voila. Parallax concepts. What is lagging out on me here? Holy moly. Oh. That's a big ship. That's what's lagging out on me. Okay, next two things to build. An assembler and a refinery. These will help me refine all that iron I'm going for, and this will help me make new materials that my survival kit on my ship cannot make. Oopsie. And I did what I expected I would do.
Inventory full.
I didn't drill down far enough.
Inventory full.
And ended up drilling back into my own tunnel, creating a loop. Which basically means, let's pick all this up first. We're gonna just forget the whole loop idea and just go straight for it.
Inventory full.
Need all those, basically all those materials to be built so that I can work on the new refinery. My guy's breathing so heavy because I keep running around. Now there's another way of drilling this game, which is right click, and that just removes large amounts of material but doesn't give you the rocks that are popping out. So I can't use them for crafting purposes. And for obvious reasons of I don't have materials, I don't want to be wasting anything right now. That's a big ship. That's a lot of materials. refinery is up. The other good thing about the refinery is it should work faster than the survival. Oh, see, it's already spitting out materials. Beautiful. And I can take those materials from one and put it back over here. I believe the refinery also more efficiently. Nope. Makes the materials I need. I guess I could have parked this car closer. Now my refinery needs more stone or our beautiful new, that's gonna finish. Beautiful new iron that we're about to hit, so that's good timing. Now, we shall have a basic assembler. Beautiful. You know, it said on the screen was I've unlocked new blocks, which they will start going. So once you unlock the basic assembler, you can get turrets, searchlights, lights, medical rooms, blah 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 blah. A whole bunch of cool stuff. And the more you build, the more you can build. But let's look at that. Sun's going down. Turn off my lights. It's dark. I'll move our nice little buggy. Yes, yes, I know you're temporary. Just gonna wiggle it back and forth a little bit. Just gonna park it up here. That way we can utilize everything it has as well. place. Oh, turned my lights off though. Can't see. Just like every other survival game out there, the beginning's usually the most tedious part. Some will give you a whole bunch of stuff to start with that you then can't use. But you have it.
Inventory full.
This one gives you a ship, at least you can drive around. But you gotta create everything else. I just want to get that iron so we can start using that. Because iron will give us a lot better resources per yield than that stone does, even though the stone gives us iron. That red material there, reddish rock, that's iron. So if you get, iron will give you more yield of iron per stone than
Inventory full.
your stone actually does per stone, per dropping. Which this thing will refine. So if it sounds like it's skipping here, that's because it is. We have run out of usable power for this station. So we have to do skip for a while, return to mining, and then when we can, build another, what's this thing called? Another wind turbine to produce power. There's several ways to produce power in this game. Later there's uranium. You can create reactors, produce a lot of power, but we'll use your uranium that you've mined, and then you have to refine it into a beautiful ingot of uranium, and then put it in your reactor. The problem is getting the reactor takes a while, and out there amongst the beautiful stars is the only place to find uranium. I don't believe it's on this planet at least. But look at that. We have successfully mined enough stuff to get me another. Oh, it doesn't look like it picked it all up. Another wind turbine. So now, we should be producing a surplus of power, which will keep both these running at full capacity if need be. Another thing we're going to create is a battery. The battery will store excess power, and it will also allow us to use that excess power in case we start building too much stuff. Say a dust storm rolls in. I think that's one of the things in this. And you get no wind. Well, then you have a battery, basically as a backup. Another thing we have to build is a cargo container to start holding these materials. Every block has a certain amount to hold. Looks like the refinery can hold 12,000 ore, 20,000 ore, 20,000 ingot. The assembler can hold 10,000 ingot and 10,000 10,000 materials, components, that sort of. But as I keep building, making more stuff, mining, I should be able to have a surplus of materials, and we'll start going after those things, which are unknown signals, which, for those of you who don't know, we'll find out.
Energy low.
And here's another problem we're going to run into, is because we are in a freezing area on a planet that has no oxygen, it's going to get cold.
Inventory full.
And I will have to use my suit's heaters, which are automatically enabled, to keep my poor guy warm. And to keep the lights on. There are two ways to recharge. One, stand here and touch the survival kit. Or my favorite, sit in a cockpit. It actually seems to go faster, I think, when you sit in a cockpit. Just because you're not also using power. Now they're recharged. Get back to this. Voila, battery. Okay, let's look at this stat here. Max output, 12 megawatts. Max required input, 12 megawatts to charge fully. Max stored power. Current input is higher than our output, so we're storing energy right now. That's good. It's not a lot, but it's good. That means we're saving energy into that battery right now instead of using it all. Which means, God forbid, something breaks or I use the wrong, add more to this grid and have problems. Yeah, it'll be good to go. Have some extra power.
Inventory full.
Everything but metal grid for this. Metal grid requires cobalt. We have no cobalt. GPS. Oh look, cobalt. Cobalt, 1.4 kilometers that way, 1.14. So let's take out our nice little rover here. The faster you drive at night, the worse it could get because you can't see where you're going sometimes.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Well, it should be enough cobalt for a minute to get us up and running. Pick up all the scraps so they don't disappear. We'll leave the rest for another time. 4,000. Yeah, it should be good enough to make well more than 4 of those. So I made a mistake. I mean, it's not bad because you can see your thing, but I never marked where the base was. Never made a GPS for it. Luckily, the game's targeting system is automatically picked up to the base. That's where that green circle was. And it's on the ice and iron. Ice, gold, and iron deposit over there. Still, make sure you mark your base, guys. I've done that way too many times. Forgot to mark where my base is and I drive away from it like I just did. It's gone forever. Picked up a lot more stone than I thought I was going to, but we'll make it through. That should be everything we need to make a cargo container. We've unlocked new blocks. These blocks that are just gray here, I've finished, are very weak. They don't have any material on them. I'm doing it right now. What if we build them up? Like so. Don't they only just get color, but they're also stronger, so if an enemy were to fly over here, or I were to take my grinder out, I would be able to chop through them as easily. What? I didn't go anywhere. Interesting. Definitely stopped playing for the night. Because I didn't feel like it anymore. It's one thing about the tedious parts of these games. Sometimes you just run into run into a portion of the game where it's just like, okay, I'm done for a minute. Or at least I do. Some people push through it. Sometimes I can, but last night, I was feeling it. So for you guys, it'll be 2 seconds. For me, it's a whole day. And I think what we should do is keep mining. No. No, I think we should build something that helps me mine. A vehicle of some sort.
Inventory full.
I think there's a million things we should do, but I think that will be the fastest way to increase resource gathering. Wait, let's try to go back to the car for some minute. Like I said before, we're just going to make these bases a little stronger in case, for whatever reason, we run into them with a car or we actually get attacked. So, I think what we're going to do is this is going to be... I didn't set these up. I like to do this. I like to set... You do Control 2 to get to the second toolbar. I like to do this. Light armor, light armor, light armor, light armor slow, and light armor this, and the tool of that. So that allows me to just click Control 2, so that's Control 1, Control 2. And it's just basically my basic building blocks in the game. It helps me move a little faster in the game. But, what was I trying to say? Oh, yes. The station, the grid that we're building right here, I believe. Will be the starting base, obviously. But I'm thinking we'll take basically the frame I've created and maybe adjust it slightly. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Actually, this might work out well. And this will be the outside wall. I think. We're going to start building here, and then we'll close this and make this a nice, nice airtight base, something to hang out in. And then we need to expand outward. Basically, this will just become a solid wall, because this will just be behind this. Maybe we'll take this out, so we can then... oh, we can't put it there, that's light. You know, put a connector, and then we'll have a way to connect ships to it, even though it'll be a weird incline, but... whatever, we'll figure that out later. Just an idea. Though, see where we're at. Still 475, which is good. Started off with 500, but we're using it for oxygen, hydrogen, so I'll start chewing through that. Seem to be going pretty quick up there. Like down, oh, yeah, something big just spawned in. Wind turbines are producing double the power they normally do, so this storm that we're in is actually really helping. Yeah, I'm currently inputting a lot of power right now, so that's good for that battery. Okay, so I'm thinking what we're going to do is... I try to do things in odd numbers because then you can have a center point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, and I broke my own rules. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that way works, but this way doesn't. I did it to myself. So he's already in the ground. Screw it, we'll just go this way. There, 9er. That'll look nice. So this will be our starting base size. I'm going to try to put a bunch of stuff in here. Second floor, some stairs. The only problem is, I think, look at these units. Oh, okay, there's nothing really to back or front to those. The only thing is the battery's backwards and I can't see the charge or touch the thing, but that's fine. We don't really need that. It would be nice, but it's not crucial to us. We can always just go in our control panel grid and look at battery and see where we're at. Plus, we'll have many more on this grid. Let's just drop that there, that there, just to show our corners. This isn't something you necessarily have to do, but I like to make sure that these touch the ground. It's touching enough. Just because, just visually. Once you get a static station in place, it never really has to touch the ground. Like, you could literally drill out everything underneath it and put it, the game knows that it was a station, and it's not to move.
Inventory full.
Stuck, come on, let's go. Oh, that's that loophole I'm stuck in. Ha! Idiot. Let's get rid of this garbage. Collect all the stuff I just dropped.
Inventory full.
So the other thing is you can mine all those and have a whole like layout of extra blocks laying around, or not blocks, what should we call those little rocks? Extra rocks, there we go, we'll call them rocks. You have all these extra rocks. Oh, cat's trying to make a mess over here. But only like, I think 100 per server will stay where they are, so if you and your buddy are mining on opposite sides of the world, like yours will start disappearing if he's going crazy on his side, or vice versa. And that's a setting that can be changed too, but like working by myself is easy for that, but if there was more people here, those might start disappearing. And later in the game I'll show you guys rock ejectors. Basically just eject the stone, because you'll have so much material that you won't care about it. Well, let's go sit in the car for a second. stuff. So, I would show you guys my style of building a ship, but I'm gonna do this the lazy way because I've built hundreds, dozens, thousands of ships before, and I'm gonna build a projector to project an old design out in front of us, if I can, and I can. Yay! Projector, battery to power the projector, and let's add a control panel. So grab. Really? Oh, okay. So the power. Okay. And... ooh, can I even make large steel tubes? Oh, I can. Cool. There's something the basic assembler can't make. There's probably a lot of things can't make. I don't see explosives on here. So that's why you need a large assembler at some point, is to build the large ones. And all components successfully withdrawn. Perfect. Battery. Projector. And let's get that flip. Okay, perfect. Projector. Find a blueprint. This is something I've built before. Oh man, there's so many of them. This is gonna take a minute. That's cool. Oh, that's neat. Look at that thing. Pretty. Some stuff I've made, some I haven't. Usually I prefix mine with Z just to help me find it better because I am the Zan. And there was a miner I built not too long ago that might be perfect for this if I can find it. Mining, no, tunnel miner. This guy requires wasteland and decorative block. Okay, so because nope, horizontal, nope, forward, yes, because I have built this in the past, I know how it works. Okay, it's not gonna have the drills on it. Okay, so because there's a hinge, this guy, which some of you will see later, it won't populate the drills on it because the drills are on a second grid. So we'll have to add those separately later, and it's not gonna do the wheels because the wheels are technically a separate grid. We just have to kind of figure that out. This should work. This should work. And it's got hydrogen power, so I don't have to really charge it much. I need more steel plates. But this should help us get to mining those rocks. Those rocks that we see, those actually might be the best thing to go after with this. Unknown technology. Of course, I haven't built a connector yet. Where are connectors? Probably after conveyors, right? Okay, let's see. Let's follow the progression tree that I don't know yet. And I probably went past them 3 times and you guys are gonna yell at me. Oh yeah. Conveyors, cargo container. Okay, so after I build a small conveyor, I can build ejectors, connectors, conveyors. Okay. So maybe not the smartest thing to start with was that connector. So let's get rid of this kind of useless stuff and we'll build from the bottom up. So I've projected this in midair, for those of you who are confused. And to start building, I missed the wheel. To start building, you need a connection to a solid piece of this ship. Oh my gosh, I'm not placing these right at all. There we go. So I built up to that conveyor conveyor up there, or connector up there, to start building, have it touch. And now, what's going to happen here is I'm going to produce all these materials I need. I'm going to put my recliner on. And once we get all these components made, what we can do is start building off this projection. Material placement. Come on. There. Perfect. Now we should be able to build this small connector that's slightly lit up. And that, in turn, should unlock the connector up above, which would be great. And then everything off of that, we can start building off of. The other problem I have is I usually get ahead of myself, so I like to turn this projector to key blueprint, so in case I want to build a second one, and then show only buildable. Only shows things that are touching. Oh. It added the wheel. Last time I couldn't get it to add the wheel. That's good. Maybe when I built this, it was too close to the ground. Oh, maybe that's my problem. That's not a big deal. It's something we can live with. Keep crap materials. So this is a great way to build ships. If you've already built one, find one on the workshop. Just project it, build it, get you started really quick. You can see how other people build ships, which to me is really helpful when you can see how other people build them. Is that a light armor block? And then, obviously, that gives you the chance to, if you're building your own ships, you can work your way backwards and be like, yeah, that worked, but, say this ship, for whatever reason, flips later. You're like, oh man, it could have been a little bit wider. Just make sure everything. Then you can take it and you can project it out and start building off of, like, let's say I just wanted the chassis for this. Let's call it the chassis, which is these batteries, the offset road or off-road wheels on each side. Until I was done and I wanted to build on top of that, I could just build that one part of it, turn the projector off and then continue building. I have a lot of material for the battery. Haha.
Energy low.
And the more you work, the more your energy goes down, which is never a good sign. Just kind of building everything I can. Let us recharge. And I'm gonna grab a Red Bull. Haha. Because Red Bull gives me anxiety. No, wings. That's the... It doesn't really give me anxiety. It does make me hyper if I'm low on food, but I ate already, so we're good. Just looking at our stock. Peach edition. So everyone knows I got the peach nectarine. I've been looking for the amber. The orange amber, which is nice, but it's tough to find right now. And this isn't sponsored by Red Bull. But if Red Bull wants to sponsor me for intense gaming, because this is very extreme, oh my god, crazy extreme, I would just email me, Zanrith at Gmail, Or if any other energy drink wants to sponsor me, yours is good too. Oh yeah. Yeah, every once in a while, Space Engineers comes out with another DLC, and these are DLC wheels. And like the DLC is usually a couple bucks, but add sometimes cool stuff to the game. These I think are actually functional. They don't just look cooler than the old blocks. I think like the tread on them compared to, and I'll show you old blocks later, but like the original wheel blocks were more of like a rubber road wheel, I would call them. Where these I think actually function better in the dirt. And I think at the same time they released this update, they also released a, come on, give me, no, I guess I didn't get those. They released a feature for showing the tracks in the dirt, which is really cool. Now later in the game you can have multiple assemblers, and this is a basic, but you can get bigger ones and put speed modules on them, so when you click that make us stuff, you don't have to wait as long either, which is nice. I'm trying to remember what I've created and what I haven't. The conveyor connector, the connector itself, need more motors. And then if you're getting ahead of yourself, like I'm getting up here and this ladder starting to show up. This is actually just decorative. I just thought it looked cool. You can come back down here and you can turn the projector off and see what you have left to build, which actually right now we'll just do that because I like it. Because like look, I missed a called a small conveyor tube in there, which would have sucked if I'd forgotten that, because that's how my trailers would hook up to this. Which I really got a good chance of doing trailers. Okay, I think we've gotten everything. Why am I seeing so much light from the sun? I've seen this before where there's a glitch where like the sun's showing through the planet, but it was throwing me off for a second. Weird. Okay, is this, no. Okay, is that, no. Okay, so I think we've caught up on everything I needed to make, so let's turn the projector back on, because we hit keep projection and all that. Should be good. Yep, look at that. 2, 3. Now this is where it starts to get complicated. We get little things in here that you have to build. But you can't see them. This really, this could probably just be an armored block, you know. But I made it the way I made it, so I'm gonna keep making it the way I made it. And then did I just? Okay, I just built it. So if you cram your way into it face first, it'll keep you from clicking on stuff behind you, which is always good. You don't want to click on like I don't want to start building any of that really behind us before it's time, or it'll block me out from finishing something on the inside. guess it's probably because I was in front of it. Let's see. Yeah, that had to be all it was. Wheel could not be placed. So, and this is the screen that just came up is called Build Vision. It's an add-on. Highly recommend. I love Build Vision. Helps you control things a little better without having to go too deep into everything. Doesn't work in all circumstances, but also something I've never really thought of. Smart move by me. I made this high enough that I could walk under. A lot of the times I build these so these wheels are like touching the ground and then I can't get under here. This is actually smart move, Zan. Someone else in the comments would be like, you're an idiot. Yep, it's true. I'm excited for myself. What's this card? Oh, this is emergency stuff. Like I could put steel plates or something in case I break down or do a flip or blow something up. That's what that was for. I was adding, or actually I think it was in case I ran out of hydrogen or oxygen, I put a couple tanks in there. Energy low, yeah, I know energy's low. We're getting there. We're getting there. Let's see what's going on in production. Production needs nickel. We are out of nickel. Production. No refinery. Completely out of nickel. Alrighty, let's recharge. Have some Red Bull. Recharge myself and my character. I have two options for nickel. One. Oh man, look at that. It's right there. Okay. Two options for nickel is one, we drive over to this rock and we start mining it for nickel. Two would be we get a small amount of nickel per rock of stone. Rock of stone. Nah, but I mean really let's call it rock per, I know, I'm trying to go one of those things. Circles. Balls of stone will give us a small amount of nickel, so it's not like it's worth not getting. Oh, actually, can the
Inventory full.
I think the basic refinery can do nickel. I thought about that. I don't know what it can and cannot do. It was doing cobalt just fine. We should be able to do nickel. I don't think it can do some of the more advanced materials like silver, gold, uranium. I think at that point it's kind of useless. But oh well.
Inventory
Oh my god, should I? Okay, I just had a crazy idea. YouTube. This is going to be my my epiphany. I might get copyright infringement from it. But in one of my previous plays, I started on Earth with, and this always happens to me, I start on Earth with a bunch of buddies. Some who've never played, some who just play, and some who want to learn. And then they lose interest, but I keep going hard because I'm crazy. Well, I was trying to build in a certain way, and a couple other buddies kept building on top of what I was trying to do. And I just got fed up with it, so I was like, yeah, you know, screw you guys, I'm out of here. That's my worst Carter impression ever. And I literally left Earth with a whole bunch of supplies, flew my butt to Mars in a tiny little ship. So what I did is it was like late one night, and I pointed the ship that I built at Mars, and I went, okay, it's going to take me, I forget, 16 hours to get to Mars. So I pointed it the best I could at Mars, and just let it go. Like, you're in space, so once you start moving, you're not slowing down until you hit gravity fields. And in this game, that's very true. So I pointed it and said, yeah, we're going to go. Worst case, Ontario, we smack into a rock or an asteroid and blow up, and I wake up, the next time I log in, I'm literally dead. This is on an online server, so time never stops.
Inventory full.
That's good enough. So morning, I wake up before I go to work. I log in quick. I readjust trajectory a bit, and we're on our way. We're still going. Get home from work. We're like, I don't know, 90% of the way there. So I go do other things around the house, you know. And I come back in a bit, and my ship is auto-landed because I put parachutes on it, so once I hit atmosphere, the parachutes would deploy. Then we'd be good to go. And I built my own base. And this base, whether or not this gets copyright infringement, was called Mark Watney 1. Now I'm thinking that we're here. We're going to call this Mark Watney Base. Now, for those of you who don't know, Mark Watney was the character in The Martian. Ha 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 ha. You're funny. Yeah, I know I am. I'm hysterical. Get used to it. That's what I called the base, because I was like, I don't know it, and I just seen The Martian for the millionth time, and was like, oh, oh, this is funny. Name it this. So we did. Okay, so refinery, nickel to the front because we need it now. And then what's stone actually get you? Stone gets you silicone, iron, and nickel. Okay. So that's what stone will get you, so let's have that run too. So maybe we'll call this base Mark Watney. We'll keep the tradition alive of me being crazy. Okay. Let's get rid of everything out of the build planner. Add that. 2 wheels, check. But Stan, why is there a wheel on the roof? Well, that's in case one of these wheels breaks, which hit something hard enough it can. You can repair it in the field. Except this is an old version of this ship. Interesting. Oh, this is a messed up version, isn't it? Oh, it is. Uh-oh. So in a different save, I have this rover built, and it's been updated compared to what I'm looking at here. So we're going to have to do some upgrades at some point. Can't build an engine yet. Okay, that's interesting too. What do we need for an engine? Probably an O2H2 generator, right? Probably passed already, so I'm just going quick. O2H2 can make that. Oh, O2H2 can make engines. Perfect. Look, an O2H2 generator. Convoluted back here. Yeah, we don't need that. That was a what's he called? Words. Exhaust port. It was just a little cool. It didn't really work well for what I wanted to do. So one of my design goals for this. What are we missing? Oh, we're just not building, okay. Is to build nothing underground. Whether smart or bad, what we're going to do is the only underground and only disturbance to the surface we're going to try to make in this game is to make holes for mining and take out those rock formations, those large boulders that have materials in them. Why is that? I don't know. Like, you could bury a whole base underground. It takes time to do, and I've done it before, but I don't know. Let's make like a above ground city. What do we think? Terrible idea? Great idea. Great idea. See? I thought it was a good idea, so we're gonna do that. Oh, I gotta finish that, don't I? And voila. Unlock new blocks, which means I can probably make those engines now. And by probably, I mean I definitely should be able to. Some batteries in there. We got some 2 engines. Projector for any repairs I need to make later. A ladder. No, not the ladder. There we go. And one last thing. Oh, okay, only one ladder. Okay. So let's try to make. Sure, see what's connected with this guy. Okay, small hydrogen check. Small hydrogen check. Okay, check. 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 Just adding a little bit to them so they appear. Check. 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 Unknown technology ladder. Really? Oh, what do we need for a ladder? Probably an interior block, right? Interior. Okay. We'll get me a lot of stuff. A lot of a ladder. Okay, so let's make. So sometimes, like I'm going to show you, you can trick the system. Of course you can't, because you don't have the right materials for it. You can trick the system. To get through the progression a little easier, you can. What the heck is that combat phase active? So I need to make a cylindrical column before I can build a ladder. So I build a small cylindrical column and tear it back down. I've lost 0 materials and I've unlocked something.
Energy low.
Energy low. So now I can make this. Extras in case I need them. Just tear them down for resources. First sunrise on Mars. Let's watch it. Let's turn off the HUD. Let's put my tool away. Just watch the sunrise for a minute. I don't know why I always enjoy watching the sunrises on this game. Sure the way the game works is the sun actually rotates around like the center of the known universe, or maybe all the planets rotate around it. I don't know how it works, but no, because wait, I think the axis of the game rotates, if that makes sense, because all of the coordinates
Energy
that I put in.
Critical.
Oh. We're gonna have to go get some energy first. You can watch the sunrise from here, right? Because all of the GPS signals I put in stay stationary in the game, which is an XYZ coordinate system. So, and the sun's coordinates are always, I think, 0, 0, 0. I'm pretty sure. Maybe the center of this. Anyways. Well, here, let's try this out. So we're gonna do some things. New. Sun? Question mark? Nope. 000 is not the sun. It is 1960.4 kilometers that way. But it will never move. So 000 never moves. So I wonder if either the sun rotates around the solar system. Like the sun is the only dynamic object, because the planets don't technically move from their axis. And now I'm getting really nerdy into trying to figure this out. Or does that 000 quantify the center of the universe, and everything does spin around it, but the axis that... No, because these planets don't move. The axis of the game rotates as well. So, just weirdness. Damn, it's bright. Let's turn the projector off, because we got a lot of things kind of half built here. Let's get everything underneath here built that I can. A small hydrogen tank to hold hydrogen this thing produces, so that it can be used to recharge my suit, or to recharge these motors on each end, these engines. These engines will produce electricity, which then move my ship. They're not terribly efficient, but beginning of the game, when you're not producing a lot of electricity, a lot of power, you can use these to really move some stuff around, or at least go further distances, or offset like the speed of solar or wind, like, because your moving ships can't do wind power at all. Anything moving doesn't. I don't even think the big large grids can. That'd be neat. Just a bunch of large grids that can produce wind power and move at the same time. So as you're going forward faster, it produces more wind. Charges faster. So for those of you who aren't aware yet, I really nerd out over this game. And that's probably why I have like 1,400 hours into it. Some people think it's weird, but also another game that's gonna be coming out soon. I gotta see if my buddy wants to play with me, and I can't wait for it. It's Kerbal Space Program 2, which I think will be right up my alley for building and destroying things. And I got a buddy who's really into the first one. He always wanted me to play it, but I was like, man, I don't know. And I've watched him play it several times. I think we should play that with him when it comes out, and see if he'll let me record us playing it. He probably will. He's a nice guy. Those are all built. So full. He makes a sound, but he does not get hurt. So high enough. Okay. Let's build the rest of this beast. Projector. Can't add you guys over. Okay. An antenna to talk to the ship. Door detector to detect doors. No, I fell. So you gotta be just far enough away to remote control the ship if I wanted to remotely. I think I ever will, but it's not a bad feature to have. And cockpit, nice. Alright, so the cockpit built. That way we can control this thing. Oh, I wonder how out of date this ship is, truthfully. There's some coding and different things I've done to automate some stuff on the version on the other server. I wonder if this thing's just gonna be basically useless. Ooh, I unlocked new blocks. Alright, building remote control, which we will turn off. Which I said turn off. lag there. I wonder if something big just spawned in. Or if my computer's gonna just die. Steel plate projector, got it. Put that in. Got an extra 100 steel plate for things. Probably because I'm using materials to make these hinges, which weren't originally part of my plan. Whatever. Let's get this guy built. Needs more silicone. Oh no, we're out of silicone wafers. Not enough to make. Computer parts, that's what.
Energy low.
Unknown technology. Who's got an unknown technology? An antenna? Really? I don't know how to build an antenna. Why not? I need to build a beacon first. So, differences right here between a beacon and an antenna are the beacon projects only outward. So you can, now that it's there, you see how beacon just popped up, that blue? If I go further away, you see beacon. You can rename that to say, my ship here. But the beacon can project outward like that, but it can't receive any information, where the antenna is a two-way communicator. In, out. So if I wanted to, remotely, control this grid, this ship, I would be able to with a
Energy critical.
With antenna. So now that that cockpit's built, voila, we can send this brand new ship and recharge. Look at that. And it looks like, so these screens up here are a script that I have that I know is not working yet because there's no way the batteries, the engines aren't on, and it says they are, and yeah, so that's not working yet. But you can get different scripts to help you automate different parts of your missions. And by missions, I mean there are actually missions in this. We'll get to that later. But these guys back here, programmable block 1, 2. That guy. Let's do this. Let's clear this guy out. Okay, we don't need that. Let's check the other side. Materials, keep making stuff. Actually, I really want to get those. It's like I really want to get this stuff back up before I keep moving forward. That's the problem I have, is I want to build certain things at certain times. I don't do it well. Production. We are low on silicone, so we can't build anything. Of course we can't. Let me guess. Displays, computers, yep. So half of this needs to be built up still. Okay. Let's just build what we can. We're not gonna, I know that we're getting near the end of this build because I've done this. And I know that the parts underneath there won't be hidden. plus 2. Come on. Wow. Out of construction builds. So I'm manually adding some stuff to this list because I know I'm going to need it coming up. And it never hurts to have a couple extra materials with it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Probably using the large steel tubes on these. That's probably where they went. Large steel tube, give me 10 more of those, please. We'll be able to do that. Voila. Get that up and running. So we should have all the wheels good. We should. No, so I'm gonna miss something. More construction components as always. Yeah, look at this. Look at this queue I've built up back here. And we can combine these while we're waiting so that it just looks better. It doesn't really do anything for you, but it makes me feel better. Thing you can't do with these small the basic assemblies, you can't just click in there and have it produce, like I should be able to go in there and click drill and have it produce a bunch of drills for me. Girders, okay, production, girder, and I'll need more of these, so I'll just start grabbing those. Take our, so I know these are going to come up in a minute. A drill. Oh, excuse me. Oh, why didn't they go on? We had a drill there, and we have a drill here. For some reason it's being touchy. Why are you being touchy? Which probably takes silicone, and definitely that computer does. No, motors do not take silicone. That's always good.
Energy low.
We're out of all of our materials that we needed. We've almost got this thing built, so we got to go do some mining. But first, let's recharge. Batteries on so that we're using power off this ship too. So we need a lot of silicone and iron. So let's just wait, hold on, where are we? Let's just take this guy down. So we need both, and stone gets us both of those. So let's find some stone right now, because we're so close. We don't need to. We'll come down here and do a whole iron run in a minute. The only problem is that that truck will not be able to get down here. That thing is a tunneler. It goes pretty darn flat. So mining it down to this level would be
Inventory
almost
full.
impossible without a long, long runway. Similar to this, but I think the angle for this is still too steep. I'd have to come in like here and drill forward. It'd be a big hole, and I'd rather not for that. Going back to the hole. But that, oh Lord, bouncing down the hill. That truck should be great for those. Should be great for those. Let's get some iron here just because. When we get to flying mining ships,
Inventory full.
maybe we'll come back down here and get this node of iron completely ripped out of here, depending on how big it is. Yeah, each node's a different size. Or at least, I mean, they're set sizes of some sort, but I don't know what that is. Production, still not enough silicon, huh? Okay. Oh, I gotta stop doing that. I keep jumping down the hill, and then my guy keeps bouncing. Drill and hold F, you pick up some of the materials that fall at once. Not always all. Get close though, and then jump and drill. Probably uses more oxygen. This guy's breathing heavier, but we have full bottles, so it should be fine.
Inventory full.
Once you get some mining stuff done, you can get rid of all this stone. You don't even need to pick it up. Oh. Everything we can out of this. You need 2 bulletproof glass, okay. You needed what? 1, 2, I need 3 more bulletproof glass. Let's see if we have enough for that. 1, 2, 3. We don't. Nope, only more silicone to get that. Do we have enough? Yeah, computer, check. Computer, check. Computer check, yeah, there we go. Computer and check, nice. Now these should have had... Ah, nice, nice, okay. That had a redeemer on it, and this had... Oh, this should have the... Aha, yes, okay. So now that these scripts are running on this, you see batteries stored, 29%, blah, 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 output, no input, makes sense, cargo use, there's nothing in the system, and what's broken. It's really helpful when you are building more complex vehicles, in my opinion, to have scripts that show you what's broken, what's working on it, or yeah, sometimes you don't care, but man, if you can tell what parts are broken or not finished like that, I think it's been helpful to me, so I'm going to keep doing it. The only thing I might run into some problems with is because those mining arms run a different grid, some of my scripts may not work the way I want them to. Let's check. Yeah, so this here was called ZTM, Zan Tunneling Miner, and it didn't exist because these 2 drills were not in a group. So drill, ZTM drill, rock lights under here I gotta build. Neat. Okay. Rock lights, rock lights. I can't make those still. I need more beautiful silicone. What if we found a silicone rock out there? This thing's almost ready to go. We could take this out for a spin, right? Another neat thing about the projector. Come back here and it shows that I've done 76 out of 82. There are 4 windows, 1 light armor block, and 1 exhaust pipe. The exhaust pipe we're going to skip, because we don't care about it as much. These barred windows were for looks, add a splash of color. Thought they looked cool. Voila. Okay, there's an armored block somewhere we didn't build. I wonder where. Oh, the armored block I replaced down there. The barred windows. And what else did it say? And exhaust pipe. So this thing is, for extensive purposes, what we're doing. This thing's complete. So you can cut it loose. And we will take this battery and turn it off because it will slowly use power while it's sitting here. And we can take this guy and go, okay, we are good to go. I wonder what 9 was. I wonder what these are. I know one of these had to be the camera. Oh. I wonder if... Let's check this. No. Wrong buttons, wrong buttons, come on. Normal. Let's bounce off of this. Voila, voila. Beautiful. Let's rename. Park it. Rename it to ZTM so that it's named something we can find easier. So now the antenna reads ZTM. The only thing we need is silicone off of those. Oh, and because it has a repair projector on it, I don't know if it's already loaded. It's not. If we go back to ZTM, yes, key projection, and we orient this by using these sliders the right way. Okay, and we turn it back off. Well, let's turn it on. See, you don't really see anything, right? It's because it's all built. Oh, no, see the exhaust? So that means if we break anything on this, we can literally just repair it with that. A projector 2. Everything's named 2. I must have broken things at some point in this. Back. We are looking at clouds of some sort. Oh, are we in an eclipse? No, it's cloudy of some sort. Let's go see if we can find, through our GPS, anything that's just silicone. This one. Let's find silicone. SI that way, 1.69 giggity. Oh, and we have no headlights, so this could be dangerous. Can't see too far in front of us. We've got the lights from my helmet on, but that's it. The other thing we're definitely going to have to pay attention to is how much power this thing has in it for now. It's only got 29%. Not terrible. We got hours and hours in the bottom right. You can see it says 12 hours of power, and that's me going pretty hard forward right now. So if I let off, I don't know if it's going to come down at all. Oh no, because I was at 12 hours we can use this thing, but still, like, if you're going, turn these drills on, lose a couple hours of power, and I bet you once I start loading this thing up with material, driving it's going to start losing power because it's going to be heavier. But we'll have to keep an eye on that because we either have to go mining for ice to charge it, or we'll just have to get a way to connect it to the base, which might be the next thing we do. Okay, let's turn the drills on, see what we can do. I want to say I just heard what I didn't want to hear. Uh-oh. I did. Okay, turn that off.
Inventory full.
No, inventory full. Deposit. Grab these. So for now, we want to keep all of the stone we can, but I put on these ejectors to eject just stone out of the back. And that was bad. Back outside of the ship and grab everything that is not an ingot or a stone. Okay, so now on the top right, you can see we're getting stone, we're getting silicone, and slowly going up because we're sitting here mining. So we've already mined like, I don't know, 10, 15 hand loads. A lot faster, right? So now we can start building up some materials. Like, now we're gonna have plenty of silicone. Look at this, 20,000 silicone. We should be able to make all the computers, all the motors, all the glass plate we need. So I can put the lights on this thing properly. Because we have, you know, we're there at 50%. That screen will show it to you. We can also check by going into our inventory page. We can see what's going on in the drills, what's getting filled up, what's not. Let's take a break for a second and see what kind of damage we've done to this thing. Looks pretty good. Looks like we're really cutting through it. Let's go from this side and get some of this side done. Let's go third person, kind of see. Kind of rough without the lights on, like the headlights. But yeah, we got through a good portion of it. But let's also try to drive this thing. Let's see, let's go back to base, which is over by there. Let's drive it out. No, definitely 1 hour now for acceleration. This thing doesn't drive that fast. I set the speed limit on it low, so it doesn't drive terribly fast, but when we're going up that hill, everything died down. Started using more power. Still 12 hours though, so that's a good sign. And man, this visibility would suck if I was flying. Like, you can't see much, especially without any lights like this. Let's keep it Okay, there's 3 things we can do right now. One, let's mark this first. We're gonna put this thing on recharge mode, which means all the power goes out. We're not wasting battery by sitting there, which we're gonna start doing with this guy. I'm just gonna turn this guy off completely. Nice. Now we can take this and we can unload it all by hand. So we can do these little runs back and forth. Of course, I can't pull from there because the power's off. You can only pull from the closest material, which means I can come over here and do it. We can do these hand runs, which I'm already bored of. The other thing we can do is, we've got a connector here. We can put a connector on the side of our base here and connect the ship to it and have it automatically get pulled from the ship. So let's try to back this into place, because I already know that I already see a problem with it. I'm trying to do it this way, and I have a solution, but I just want to see. Oof, see, bounced off some. Just want to see what I can do. So immediately my problem is that this connector here is in between that block and the block above it. So to do this right, we're gonna have to get a little fancy. Now let's add in a conveyor junction. Another one. And we'll probably have to move the ship now. Yes. Let's move in a connector. Voila. Connector, which probably needs steel plate. Of course it does. Ooh. But first, it's aimed up too high. The light's not really hitting the ground because of the angle. But now we have a light on this. I'm sure we can turn off that. There's no oxygen on this planet. There are several easier ways to build this instead of having 2 conveyor junctions. But the way and the reason I'm doing it this way is if I want to make this solid back wall, I wanted this to be a solid piece without any air gaps. And most of the other conveyor pieces, and I don't know if this holds true for these reinforced ones, but I could have added in this, but it's not a solid block, so you can see it's got gaps around the outside, so it would make it airtight. So I thought the easiest way would just to be 2 conveyors. Plus the conveyor. Conveyor up there allows me to go vertical with it too. It goes in all directions. So I come out in left, right, all these different things. Voila. We have a way to connect. Now let's see if we're even close. Still a little low. Zan, what can we do about that? Well, guys, the other thing we can do is make these nice little blocks like this that are angled. So if I can try to get the angle correct, so it's easier to build on flat, but why would we do that? Maybe something like this, just to get the back end up just a little bit. Make it wider so that the tires can all hit on there, maybe. Not quite. Not freaking quite. So now what? Now what do we do? Oh yeah, we're not even touching it, so there's a problem. So we come forward again, and we kind of just start massaging it out, figuring out where we can add a little more to bring it up a bit. Maybe come out here like this. Flatten this off with half blocks. Maybe this will be enough. Maybe not. There's other ways to adjust it, but on this type of base, this will just be a temporary solution. I'm not going to go crazy with it. Oh, and look at that. We have connection. Voila. So here's two things that are happening now. One, this ship is pulling power, as you see input output up there, from the base. So I can have it pull all the base's power if I hit recharge, look at that, and store all the power we need into this ship. We're going to do that for now. This ship will now pull all power it can from that battery right there. That battery right there. And now this battery will be depleted in 12 minutes. Luckily those things are going like crazy. So I'm not really too worried about it. These batteries in this ship will be recharged in 13 minutes. So we're going to lose complete power to the base for a couple minutes as it tries to recharge the ship. But then the ship's fully charged. The other thing that's happening right now is, if we look at the refinery, it's full of stuff. Why is that? Because if we go to ZTM, it pulled almost all of the materials out of the mining ship. Obviously there's not enough room on the base to put it all in the refinery yet, but we needed more silicone. We have a lot of silicone, and there's other ways to make it so that it auto empties your ship, but we haven't gotten there yet. So let's go cargo container. When we look at the small cargo container, white means it's on the base, orange means it's on the ZTM right now, and we empty the ZTM. This whole base now will automatically refine everything we've done. And let's change the grid that is our beautiful starter to MW1, or Mark Watney 1. And like I said, this is going to be a temporary, well, it might stay permanent, but this isn't going to be used for the rest of the game. There's going to be a whole area where I can dock ships. Oh, and there. Light. We have light now. Well, YouTube, I think that's enough for one day. Let's capture a screenshot of this. This will be our thumbnail. Built a small base. Kitty. We built a robust little miner, in my opinion. One of my fun designs. I think I actually took this design from somebody else and modified it for my own liking. If I can remember who that was, maybe I'll link it. I definitely took some components of this from something else, which is always fun to do, is to find somebody who made something work and then kind of fit it to what you need, rather than going at it alone. But we will then, I think next time, we'll continue expanding this base, and somewhere around here we're going to make a refinery facility and start building bigger and better things, including bigger ships, better ships, mining ships. Maybe we'll tear this guy down. Oh, I guess the other thing I should say before we get off for the day is this is our only respawn right now, and that can't stay. That, what's it called? Words. That survival kit in the back is the only place to respawn. If that gets blown up and I die, we have to respawn a whole new survival kit and a whole new rover. And who knows where that'll put us? It's not going to put us right next to our base. It could be on the other side of the planet. So we have to work that into the space somehow. I'm pretty sure we'll just drop one right there. Alright, but until next time, I'm Zan. This is Space Engineers. And I'll see you guys in the next one.